Hey guys! Okay, so I'm actually really happy. Me and Aaron went to the outreach today. It's a food bank in Leicester that helps people out. But see these? I'll show you guys something. Not this. I'll show you that in a minute. See this? Brown paper? Those can be used to actually create soap labels. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. But you can make professional soap labels out of brown paper bags. So, and I'm happy because I got more seeds because they had some at the outreach. I gotta get more garlic. Bandit, go away. You stop it! Sorry guys, he is annoying. He just like sits there and meows all the time. Ooh, that garlic is strong. Holy crap. Bandit! Oh my gosh, cat. Sorry, that's just really annoying, you guys. Okay. I already showed you guys these. We have more because of the outreach. And they said I could take the rest of what's there, so if they're actually still there, then okay. So we got one cool thing. Those are the watermelon radishes. They're like a light. This looks like it's white on the outside, but the inside is supposed to look like a watermelon. See?
Oh, that's cool.
What's the matter? You guys, you need white radishes. I think I have some more of these too. Next squash, cucumber, lettuce, no, full beans, cilantro. It turns out I'm gonna need for the diagrams that I'm doing in the garden beds, and I'm gonna end up needing a lot of cilantro for some reason. White radishes. These are called icicle radishes. More cilantro, more pole beans, more cucumbers, and okay. So we have straight neck squash, 3 packages now. We have 3 packages of lettuce. So Waldman's dark green lettuce. Yes. Same thing. It's Butter Crunch. Yay! That's a really good lettuce too. And we have 3 packages of cilantro. It's the slow bolt, so that's a good one. Market more cucumbers, and these are actually great for farmers market. So these would be great for the farm stand. And then Blue Lake pole beans. So those would be great for green pole beans. I think that was it, except for those radishes. So it's not a lot, but we're getting there. And we have those, which I showed you guys that yesterday. So yeah, again, it's not a lot, but we're getting there. Wow.
No.
Okay, so I don't want them anywhere near that garlic. Alright, so wait, where's my and then of course we've got all these. Plant, carrot, onion, cabbage, sweet corn, basil.
Hey.
I'm gonna put these together because these are no, you're not gonna be anywhere near that. No, dang it, get down. Please and thank you. These are the herbs. so far. So I have 4 packages of cilantro. Okay. These are still single ones. Tomato, pepper, eggplant, carrot, onion, cabbage, sweet corn. Dang it, Cream! Please get down. Oh yeah. So we have 5 packages of cucumbers now, which is awesome. No! Sorry guys, you cannot sit on my seeds. Okay. Excuse me for a minute. Okay. Sorry guys. Lettuce, lettuce, lettuce. Nasturtiums and sunflowers. I need to get a lot of marigolds. I don't have any of them right. Actually, there's a box upstairs that has some in it. Seeds. I'm sure it's still good. But yeah. Yeah, the outreach, they said they were going to be getting more in this spring, like next month. So that's cool. I'm going to make sure, see if they'll let me take a couple home every time we go down there. Getting our garden seeds back up, guys. This is nothing compared to what we have down in Oklahoma. Okay. Alright, will you put this back on top of that box, please? Okay, so, wanted to introduce the square foot gardening. And this is what I wanted to show you guys. This is the seed square, which some of you guys might have seen it, might have heard about it, whatever. This thing is amazing. Okay, these are for like your carrots and your radishes and leaf lettuce that you can and green onion where you can plant 16. I don't remember like the actual title of them, like the name of those. They do introduce the seed square in here, but I just don't remember what they call just certain different ones. Stop. I don't know. And then the yellow ones, these are for beets and beans. Most of your beans. I've also used it for peas. They don't have one on here for 8. It's one of the reasons why I was doing this for peas. Now you can just leave out the middle and just kind of go around for peas to do 8. The blue is for basil. Garlic is supposed to be 4, but I've also seen that you can plant up to 9. It just depends on how big you want the garlic bulbs. And then the 1, so it's orange in the middle, as well as it can be used on the 9, obviously. This is for tomatoes and peppers and most of your herbs like rosemary and marjoram and sage, tarragon, a lot of your different herbs like that. Cilantro is also on the 9. Now chives, I've seen a lot where you're only supposed to plant 1 or 2. And I've seen others that say up 9 or 16, so Depends on how big you want them to get. I'm going to try both and see what happens. But this right here, this end, show you the numbers. It's like how deep you go in the ground. It's like an inch, and most of your stuff goes like a quarter of an inch or a half inch deep. But these come in very handy. And then this you can use for the smaller seeds, and it really does work. Like, as you can see, I've used it a lot. And I have 2 of these, and the other one's brand new. But this I found thrown in a bush outside. That's what Tim did. So, yeah. So there's that. Like I said, that's the seed square and the square foot gardening book. The square foot gardening, it's 100% of the harvest, 20% of the space, 2% of the work. That's very true. Square foot gardening, the revolutionary method developed by Mel Bartholomew, has helped millions of home gardeners grow more fresh produce in less space and with less work. With over 150 new photos and illustrations, this updated edition makes it easier than ever to achieve nearly foolproof results in virtually any situation. The method remains: build a box, fill it with Mel's mix, and add a grid. But along with the classic steps, you will find some interesting and compelling new information, such as adding trellises and archways, substituting with new materials, adding automatic watering systems, thinking outside the box with creative configurations and shapes, square foot gardening in dense urban areas with little or no yard space, square foot gardening with kids. Okay, it's the 3rd edition. And square foot gardening at home. Biting into a ripe, juicy tomato and tasting the flavor bursting on your tongue, the delight of pulling a carrot up and seeing its fat root ready for eating, snipping lettuce leaves for a fresh spring salad, knowing you have enough peppers to feed your family, sweet potatoes to store over the winter, and herbs to make your soups and stews flavorful, not wondering whether you'll have to feed your family packaged food filled with preservatives. Motivation for growing your own depends on your situation. For some, it's all about flavor. For others, it's a matter of food security and regaining control of where your next meal is coming from, or knowing that you'll have a next meal. Individuals interested in square foot gardening can find certified instructors via our website to help them get started with gardening. We've debuted a new Square Foot Gardening Foundation website, www.squarefootgardening.org, and are working on quarterly newsletters to get home gardeners excited and connect them with the resources they need to get growing, including books, classes, and materials. I'm going to check that out. Our long-term goals include establishing Square Foot Gardening Foundation learning centers. These learning centers will encompass demonstration gardens, hands-on creations of square foot gardens, and classes and workshops to help people learn about the environment, composting, pollinators, and a host of other sustainable practices. In the meantime, we're working with organizations such as Plant Pure Communities, which advocates a whole food, plant-based lifestyle to help in reducing and preventing disease. We believe people will gravitate more and more towards a plant-based diet, and we're doing what we can to support that. Okay, I don't fully believe on that. Like, I believe in all your homegrown, healthy vegetables and fruits and that kind of thing, but I also believe that we need that meat protein as well. But that can be healthy as well if you raise your own. Mel believed that making it easy to grow vegetables means 1, less cooking, eating more salads, 2, less fuel, no trucks bringing your vegetables to you, 3, eating fresh, which is the healthiest ever, 4, no waste, composting your veggie scraps, 5, less trash, 6, less water used, 7, less groundwater pollution, 8, no fertilizers, and 9, no plastic waste. All great reasons to grow your own. Okay. Introduction. No, don't bite my book. All right. Mel Bartholomew began developing his method of gardening relatively late in life, after he retired in the mid 70s from his first career as an engineer. It was born to some degree out of Mel's pointed disagreement with the most traditional gardening methods that didn't make practical sense to him. There's irony in the fact that this man who made growing in a box so famous developed his methods by thinking entirely outside the box when it came to rebelling against conventional wisdom. It is perhaps this attitude of the stubborn revolutionary that makes the square foot gardening method so popular to this day. Okay. When Mao began gardening in about 1975, it was simply a hobby for a newly retired fellow to pursue. A chance to get out in the fresh air and mingle with other hobbyists. At the time, of course, vegetable gardening was a rather utilitarian activity in which large rectangular plots of ground were churned up, fertilized, planted in long rows spaced about 3 feet apart, and regularly watered, and weeded, and weeded, and weeded. Mel's analytical mind, bolstered by a common sense attitude, soon picked up on many limitations to traditional gardening methods, reasons why the activity was neither as enjoyable nor as productive as it might be. Among the questions he asked: 1. Why do gardeners grow in rows spaced 3 feet apart? That space is nothing more than room for weeds to grow. 2. Why do gardeners always grow more food than they can possibly eat? Almost every gardener wastes food by growing too much. Number 3. Why do vegetable gardeners plant such long rows? It takes up too much space. 4. Why do they fertilize so much? It is costly and inefficient. 5. Why is it necessary to weed constantly? All that work spoils the fun. Over the next few years, Mel systematically found solutions to all these problems and more. And as his method was perfected, more and more people wanted to learn how he did it. Mel soon was in full swing in his second career as a community activist, lecturer, and author, promoting efficient and enjoyable methods of vegetable gardening. The insights Mel developed would revolutionize gardening forever. Vegetables can be tightly spaced. Vegetables can be planted mere inches apart and still can grow quite productively. And you can get far more produce in a limited space than people realize. A lot of produce can be grown in a very small space. In fact, a single 4x4 foot raised bed, subdivided into 16 squares using dividers, can grow a lot of the produce a normal family needs. Simple succession planting, introducing a new crop when the previous crop is done, allows a single 4x4 square foot garden to make a huge dent in your grocery bill. Weeding is not necessary. The reason weeds grow so rampantly is usually because too much fertilizer is applied, and because it is often dumped on ground that is not even planted with vegetables, instead of churning up a huge garden bed and tilling in massive amounts of fertilizer that then stimulates weeds. Mel saw that confining vegetables to a 4x4 square foot garden filled with controlled growing mix can eliminate most weeds and make it extremely easy to quick to pull them when they do appear. Garden dirt is not a very good medium for growing produce. It contains too many weed seeds and not enough natural nutrients. You can create your own growing medium that is far better for growing vegetables than ordinary garden soil. Mel's mix was born out of experimentation to find the perfect growing medium. Traditional gardening methods are wasteful. You can grow better produce in less garden space, planting fewer seeds, using less fertilizer, watering less often, and almost no weeding necessary, rather than planting scads of seeds over long rows, then thinning out the seedlings once they start crowding each other. Mel recognized that very careful planting of seeds right from the start could eliminate a great deal of work and could make a single pack of seeds last for several growing seasons. Similarly, Mel saw that the careful application of water where it was needed in a small, carefully planted square foot garden was infinitely more efficient than dumping untold gallons over an enormous vegetable garden covering most of your yard. Advantage to beginners. Although the so-called experts were slow to embrace the square foot gardening method, novices quickly learned that it was both much easier and more productive than the traditional gardening methods. That, of course, makes it a lot more fun too. Mel's vision of square foot gardening has been around for 40 plus years, yet it remains as revolutionary today as it was when they first created it. There are still some experts, quote unquote, who look down upon doing anything the easy, fun way, but there are also millions of real life gardeners who enthusiastically practice square foot gardening in exactly the way that Mel would want. We humbly smile and listen to experts trumpet the virtues of row gardening while harvesting enormous quantities of delicious vegetables to feed our family and friends. Have a look at some of the very clever ways in which everyday gardeners have used the square foot gardening method. And that was it for the introduction to square foot gardening. And that shows you the seed square, and it does work very well. And the funny thing is, he talks about the potting mix that he made in here. The square foot garden, again, if you go back to the garden tour of 2020, and the square foot garden I had there, that was just an in-ground garden. And that turned out freaking amazing. So, this really does work. This method works amazingly. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off from here, and I will get this uploaded, and I will be doing probably a lot more videos today, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you check your subscriptions, you guys. Always check your subscriptions. Make sure you're still subscribed. Click that notification bell. Click on all to make sure you get all the notifications, and like and share the videos on all your platforms. All of them with friends, family, other homesteaders. Make sure you start stocking up on them seeds. And do your research. You guys just really do your research because it's definitely worth it. So, you stop it. Stop chewing on my stuff. No. Anyway, so I will see you guys in the next video, and remember to do your research. And go through the videos, watch the videos, and like and share them, and leave comments. And new subscriber packages. Guys, I'm not hearing from anybody. I've got to get a couple of them together. So, I'll have to do that. I have some money left, so I can get back downtown, the Dollar Tree. I'll pick up a few of the mugs, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys? I know I got a little bit of a ways to go, but I'm really trying to get you guys to snap on to the new subscriber packages. Maybe once I have, a few of them, I can get you guys roped into it. And remember, you don't have to pay for them. This is just me. It's a gift for keeping on the channel and keeping up with the channel and subscribed, and it's just a gift from me to you guys. So I will see you guys in the next video, and remember to do your research. Bye, guys.